and now he's destroying me. You think you know everything, don't you? Well, let me tell you. You know nothing!
Who I see and what I do outside this place is my business.
Not when you're seeing an ex-officer who was forced to resign because she broke every rule in the book.
Why don't you tell the governor?
Oh, come off it, Vera. It's just that I don't want to see you get into something you can't get out of.
Wonderful!
Well. You've decided to take Frankie Doyle's place, have you, Travers?
That's a vile thing to say.
I have a notice of application for custody of Susan Rice's children.
Oh. Yeah, we know this.
We need a replacement.
Doing what?
Carrying in a few supplies.
Part of my business is dealing in drugs, Vera.
Hello there everyone and welcome to the video. My name's SerenitySoloREACTS and here we are with Prisoner Cell Block H episode 27. Now, yesterday when I tried recording, I don't know what happened, I just couldn't use words anymore. I did put a community post up about it, I put the raw video up about what happened. I didn't record myself any further than that, I did get worse throughout the day. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. But yes, I'm hoping Jean Vernon's now torn that picture up. Not saying nothing about Monica anymore. She's gone, don't know where, she's gone. And Catherine's not been in it for the last 2 episodes. Where the hell's she gone? Is it her turn to get mentioned every episode? Is she falling into the big dark portal of Wentworth somewhere? And then we've got that crazy lady. What the hell's she gonna do? She's got me so intrigued. We're not intrigued enough after what happened with Barbara. Barbara cracked up and then her storyline was over straight away. They could have done so much more with that blackmail with Vera and stuff like that. But they didn't, and I don't know why. If you've subscribed or followed to me so far, thank you ever so much. I love you lots for doing so. And if you're one of my Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you lots, no matter what tier you are. So with that, let's get in with Prisoner.
We must earn a fortune.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Vera's storyline as well.
You do know? I mean, why is it such a secret?
She could end up inside.
Vera, when George started out, he didn't have a penny. But he's never let that or the fact that he's had almost no formal education stand in his way. Now he's practically a millionaire. He's tough and he's clever, and there are not too many people left in this town who are prepared to cross him. And I think that's quite something, don't you?
Didn't I tell you not to get involved, Vera?
And what is it exactly that he does?
I work for him, Vera. I was working for him when I was at the prison.
So it's moonlighting, is that allowed? From a prisoner? A prison officer? Prisoner. Oh.
I thought you would have gone home ages ago.
No, I'm waiting for a lift. Since I've got a house guest, I may as well make use of it.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Twist this to be the first scene.
Didn't know you were interested in pop magazines?
Oh, it's this article on Jason Richards. Have you heard of him?
The singer.
Marty used to have a couple of his records. Susan Rice's husband apparently works for him.
More than
She
works.
didn't tell me that. She told me he was in entertainment. How did you find that out?
She saw him on television today and got a bit upset. Apparently she blames him for the marriage breakup.
What do you mean upset?
Just that. Upset. Nothing that says she's got a mental problem, Jean.
Okay, I won't bring all that up again. I'll admit I can understand why she's upset because the marriage is broken up. But what I don't understand is why she won't accept the divorce.
Hate that picture.
I mean, they've been separated for 3 months. Everything pointed to a divorce. She hardly ever saw him.
She still loves him. Doesn't want to admit she's lost him.
All right. Then what about Susan's kleptomania? Don't you think that's strange?
Well, of course I do. But who knows why any of the women inside here do the things they do? It was probably out of boredom. Husband left her alone too much and she just couldn't cope.
I get bored.
So I know where he works now.
I don't go stealing.
Well, I think you'll be poking your nose into something that isn't your business. And by that I mean, you are not a marriage counsellor.
And by that she means go see him. Oh, it's lipstick. I'm going to say, can these people just get chalk and crayons and buy up?
The flowers gone too. And sing.
Is she going to end up killing somebody? No, no spoilers, please. I'd be getting a taxi to work. Screw a bus.
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
I'll give you a lift.
Oh, no, my bus is on its way.
No trouble. Dropped into your place, but you'd gone.
Hold on, has somebody moved in?
Something wrong?
I was going to post it to you.
It was a gift.
I saw Anne last night. What do you do for a living, George?
Didn't Anne tell you?
She told me to ask you.
You see, I think you feel about people because of what they are, not what they do. Would it make any difference how you feel about me if you knew what I did?
I don't
I'm going to
know.
say he's not going to tell her the truth.
You see,
Yet.
I was brought up in the old-fashioned way. My mother was married to the old man for 40 years. She had 8 kids. She never once asked what he did for a living. There are certain things in life that are separate in a man's life.
But didn't it worry her?
Not to my knowledge. Some things you've just got to take a man on trust. Now, what about that lift?
All right.
Don't take him on trust, Vera. Fool. You know, if someone doesn't tell you what to do, it's either a very
See you later. Yeah.
embarrassing
Well, I'll let you
job
know how I go with Susan's husband.
Oh, yes. Well, good luck.
or illegal.
I don't believe it.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, that's not bad either.
Don't be awful.
You know, Vera was almost human yesterday. Do you think he's the reason?
Well, good luck to her.
Good luck to him.
I'll see you later, Anne.
Morning, Vera. Hello, Meg. Your friend wasn't talking about Anne Yates, was he?
Taken to eavesdropping, have you?
Oh, forget it.
No, let's have this out once and for all. Who I see and what I do outside this place is my business.
Not when you're seeing an ex-officer who was forced to resign because she broke every rule in the book.
Why don't you tell the governor?
Oh, come off it, Vera. It's just that I don't want to see you get into something you can't get out of.
Well, I think I know who my real friends are.
All right. It's none of my business. But Anne Yates is trouble.
She's changed.
Oh?
Look, since when have you cared about what I do or how I feel? Just stop putting my friends down. Take a look at your own life for a change and stop butting into everyone else's.
I thought you were going to try and hurt her with Bill. I thought you were going to say something. She's bitchy enough to.
Hello? Oh, yes. I was wondering if you could help me. I'm trying to contact Mr. Frederick Rice. Thank you. Come in.
Is this going to be the completely blurred episode?
Oh, but I was told he worked for Jason Richards. You are his agents. Could you check again, please? Thanks. Sorry, Greg, do you want something?
Oh, nothing important. Just wanted to invite you out to dinner again tonight.
Greg, what time?
Oh, well, 7-ish.
Fine.
Look, don't tell me you're a fan of Jason Richards.
Not particularly, but Susan Rice's husband works for him.
You don't say.
The funny thing is that they never heard of Rice at the channel.
I'd rather
yes.
I'd rather have the bleeps back, thank you.
Are you sure? Thank you. This is mad. They haven't heard of him either. You think the agencies know who'd work for their star?
Oh, not necessarily. He's probably got dozens of people working under him.
Probably.
Cash in hand?
You don't think Susan could be lying about where her husband works?
Something in hand.
Ask her.
But you don't think it's a bit strange?
If you're trying to get me to say that she's got a psychological disorder, and I told you, she seems perfectly rational to me. Anyway, maybe she thinks he does work there. Wouldn't be the first time her husband's lied about his occupation.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe to make himself feel more important than he really is, or perhaps he just wants more freedom. A job like that would keep him away from home a lot.
What, you mean so he could play around?
Could be 100 different reasons. Listen, pick you up at 7, okay? Dinner tonight, do you remember?
Oh, sorry, Greg. Yes, that'll be great.
Good thing I'm not sensitive.
The prosecution got it right about him not being able to do a specialised field.
I've been looking for you, Rice. What the hell do you think you've been doing? I mean, look at this mess. Look at it! Do you think you're funny or something?
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Where did you get this lipstick? I took away your makeup.
Won't happen again.
Well, there's no need for you to look pretty in here. Is this all?
Other women have makeup.
I'll clean it up.
You'd better. But it can wait. The regional officer wants to see you. Weren't you supposed to be in the laundry? Isn't that where they put you?
Yes.
Well, when you're meant to work, you work.
I'm sorry, I must have lost my temper.
We don't put up with tantrums in here. Now get going. Move!
Are we going back into Jean's again? Yes.
Rice is outside.
Thank you.
Do you want to see her alone?
Yes, why?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, Vera, would you mind telling Lynn Warner that I'd like to see her in about half an hour?
Oh, bloody hell.
I am not a messenger service.
I know that, but I just didn't think you liked me wandering around the prison at will, that's all.
Well, if I see her, I'll tell her.
Thank you.
Why don't you face facts? This scheme's just not working.
It will.
Not with the element around here, it won't.
You just don't like to see people make a go of things, do you, Vera?
Inside.
Hello, Susan. Sit down. Coffee? It's packed, the real stuff.
I'd love a cup, thanks.
How are you settling in?
I'd rather be home.
Must have been quite exciting for you. Your husband being in the entertainment business.
Sometimes. But I never got really that involved with his work. I was too busy looking after the kids.
Have you ever heard of McMahon Enterprises?
Oh, I'll wait for
They're
it.
the agents for Jason Richards. Why?
I think there's no coffee in the
Just
cup.
curious. It must have been a strain on you. Your husband being away a lot, and you having to practically bring up the 2 children by yourself.
He always saw we had everything we needed.
Sounds as though he was very dedicated to his job.
Even when he did come home, he used to bring his work with him.
Must be hard on you, knowing that he wants a divorce.
Oh, he doesn't really. He loves me.
Susan, was he ever unfaithful to you?
Probably. But I can accept that. I'm used to taking second place.
Ooh.
I always had to for his career. That was the most important thing to Frederick. So I learnt to adjust. But I was always there when he needed me. He knew that. That's why I know it's not really his idea to get a divorce.
Who's then another woman?
Jason Richards. He never did like me. He expected Frederick to be totally loyal to him, to work for him 24 hours a day. There was never any time for a wife and family for anyone who worked for Jason Richards. Oh, no.
Susan, I spoke to those agents. They've never heard of your husband.
You had no right. No right at all. He'll think I'm checking up on him.
Well,
Your
she
husband
has.
doesn't work for Jason Richards, does he?
Oh, yes, he does. That's just another one of Jason's tricks. He just doesn't want me to contact my husband. He's protecting his golden-haired boy.
What happens if he is Jason
You
Richards?
rang him the other day. How did you get through to him? If Jason is trying to stop it.
I don't want you to ring him. Frederick will see me when he's got time. He'll need me. Then he'll see me.
Frederick was his real name, but he changed it as a stage name to Jason
Look, what's this
Richards?
got to do with me? I didn't even do it.
Just clean it up.
Why should I have to clean up someone else's mess?
If you want to see Miss Vernon, you'll do as you're told.
Maybe she's heard about my retrial.
You can't do that.
The sooner you clean it up, the sooner you'll find out. But even if you do get a second chance, you've still got to prove you can stay out of trouble for a week. Any more lip, and I'll have to report you to the governor.
Should have whacked her over the head with it, Lynn.
Look, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, tell old Bennett.
Oh, well, let me. Look, I'm really sorry I got you into this. It's a really childish thing to do. I don't even know why I did it. I just felt like lashing out.
This place makes you do strange things.
Yeah. People can make you do that too.
Can I help you, Miss Bennett?
No.
Once again, is she allowed to be using that phone at work to be making personal calls?
Hello, Anne. It's Vera. Oh, fine. Look, I won't be able to come tonight. I've got to work back. Could you tell George? I don't know where to ring him. No, nothing. Of course I haven't. Well, I think he's nice.
Back.
I'd like to see Jean Vernon, please.
Just a moment.
Everyone's going to her bloody office.
Steve Wilson to see you.
Okay, I'll make it.
Send him up, please.
Right.
Right, I'll see you later.
The laptop's not that powerful. You can't stand too many blurs.
Damn. Yes? Well, hello.
Hello.
Don't tell me you've landed another job back in here.
No, but I have been giving a little thought to Karen Travers' future. Oh, do you want to have with her?
It's packed up.
You ever considered cleaning out some of this?
What, lose my reputation? Well, what about Karen?
Well, I thought she might be interested in doing some outside studies, say go to university. Can anything like that be arranged?
I said they're all getting bloody
Miss
out now.
Davison about it.
Daily
Then she'd
release.
have to recommend it to the Director of Corrective Services. Send a record, things like that. Then it's up to him.
Oh, it's that simple, is it?
The operative word being on recommend and approve. And the way that the governor's feeling about work release at the moment. What does Karen think about it? Great.
Well, that should do it.
Somebody ripped out the files.
Well, I want to have a chat with Karen about it.
Now, what's the matter? Have you got a slack day or something?
Meaning?
Well, isn't it a little bit out of character? You should be wasting your precious earning time and helping one of the girls. Don't tell me the man's got a heart.
Hot character, that's all he ever does now.
It has been mentioned. Once before.
I don't believe it.
I'll catch up with you, okay? Can I see you alone, Meg?
Sorry, Steve. If you're not representing her anymore, you're just another visitor.
Well, Karen.
That's him
Miss
told.
Vernon and I were wondering what you were intending to do after your release.
Oh, it's 18 months away. I hadn't even thought.
Think about it.
I don't know. I'll never be allowed to teach again.
Well, what about going to university? Starting a new career?
Like what? Wouldn't matter what sort of work I went into. I'd never get a job with my past.
Maybe it wouldn't be easy, but... Well, if you got a degree, say, in sociology, you could do the same sort of work that Jean Vernon does.
You know, working in prisons.
Said
Not
if you want to do
necessarily.
that.
There are other areas.
Yeah, at least I'd be 50% qualified.
What about if you could attend university while you were still in here?
Don't get the hopes up yet.
Is that possible?
Maybe. Would you be interested?
Oh, yes, of course I would.
Good. All right, we'll see what we can do. I'll be in touch.
Why are you doing this?
Do I need a reason? Oh, Meg. So I just wanted to say thanks once again for dinner.
My pleasure.
What do you think about Karen going to university?
Oh, if she is allowed. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to see her under more normal circumstances, Steve.
I didn't think I was being that obvious.
Do you fancy her?
Considering you talked of nothing but Karen Travers the other night.
Well, I must admit that it would be rather pleasant to see her in more charming surroundings.
Thought you fancied
Why are
Jean.
you helping her? More for your sake than for hers?
Does it matter?
Hey, Karen!
She's got everyone
Karen,
after
guess
that.
what? He's taking me back. I've I've still got the job. Isn't it fantastic?
Oh, Lynn, that's great. Good on you. There's a possibility I might be getting out in the day too.
Wonderful.
Well, well, well. You've decided to take Frankie Doyle's place, have you, Travers?
That's a vile thing to say.
You two have had enough time off work today. Now get going. Warner, have you finished cleaning that cell?
Yes.
Oh, what a pity. Work's over for the day. Revolting woman.
Come on. I told Susan I'd let her know what happened.
I really don't know, Jean. It's something I'll have to think about.
I know the work release got off to a shaky start, but it won't happen again. And Karen's...
You can't
she's not likely
guarantee
to throw away a
that.
career.
She did, once before. I know what you're trying to do for these women, Jean, and in principle I agree with you. But I'm not about to make any rash decisions. I said I'll think about it.
I thought it was all about
There's
social
one
reform.
more thing. Susan Rice. I think she needs psychiatric help.
Well, she's
Did she ask for it?
No, but I believe she needs it.
What makes you say that?
Nothing I can put my finger on. It's just a gut feeling, intuition.
That's not what we'd call professional analysis. Did you speak to Dr. Miller about her?
Yes.
And from that, I take it he doesn't agree with you.
Well, he hasn't spoken to her as much as I have. It's not only her changes of moods, it's, I don't know, her reaction to things.
Well, at this stage, I think we'll keep her under observation. I'll mention it to the officers. If in a day or two you still feel she needs help, I'll organize it. But we're going to need something a little more positive to go on than your intuition.
I'm sure she's going to give it her.
That's nice. Nice? You haven't been in here long enough to really want to get out.
I suppose not. Plus, I know I'll be getting off at my trial. That makes a difference.
Why did you shop, please? I mean, surely you could have anything if you wanted to.
I was expecting Frederick to come back to me. I think he would.
What's
if
the
he knew I was in
motorbike?
trouble. This
What
kid's
how's
too
that
young to
kid?
understand.
How many have you got?
2. Jamie's 5 and Claire's 3.
Who's looking after
Is
them?
that motorbike?
She's really good with him. Need a father, though. Doesn't know what he's missing. They're just so beautiful. They go through so many wonderful stages. Do you have any children?
Can't be.
I love my husband. Well, the kids, they're my life now. Never really thought about that before.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was fixated on what that noise was.
Gilbert from the family court. I'd like to see the governor, please.
Just one moment, please. Could the officer of the day come to reception, please? Gentleman to see Mrs. Davidson. Thank you.
Oh, Jean,
Won't keep you too long.
Oh, how'd it go?
she's agreed.
You didn't build her hopes up too high, I hope.
Well, not really. Why, trouble?
The governor's thinking about it.
Look, what about dinner tonight?
I'm sorry, I can't.
That's a
Say,
pity.
Jean,
I was going to the
Karen.
university to pick up some information on the sociology courses. You'd be a great help.
Well,
You do know all about the course. It would save me a lot of trouble.
okay. Business before pleasure.
Okay, I'll pick you up at 6:30.
Fine.
Who's going for next, Lizzie?
Jean, the letters you wanted.
Thanks, sir.
You wanted to see Mrs. Davidson. This way, please.
Gilbert, I'm a representative of the family court.
What can we do for you?
I have a notice of application for custody of Susan Rice's children.
Oh,
If you could pass that on to Mrs. Rice, please.
Who made the application? The husband?
Yes. The pre-trial has been set in a week's time. I understand Mrs. Rice is yet to appear in court on shoplifting charges.
That is correct.
If she's sentenced, we'll organize a jail order to transfer the custody of the prisoner to the family court.
I am aware of the procedure, thank you, Mr. Gilbert.
The pre-trial is really to set the day for your divorce case.
guess this is going
But
to
it will also
convince
decide
Erica.
on the interim custody of the children.
But they're my children. He's never shown any interest in them before. Why would he want to hurt me like this? He's Mum. Well, she can't look after them. She doesn't even like them.
You will have a chance to speak out at the hearing, Susan.
They can't take my babies from me, can they?
Yes.
I am sorry. There's nothing we can do. You may go.
I thought you were going to leave it in the office. Wrong again.
I hate this sort of thing happening. It's bad enough for them without having tugs of war over children.
She seemed to cope all right with the news. Shocked, but that's only natural.
Yes. No signs of any mental instability as far as I can see.
Yet.
Meg's probably right. I've got my head buried too deeply in textbooks.
See, this is more anger than it is a mental problem right now. Yeah, that's just a week in the pound, not a psychoanalysis. I really want to sing Unchained Melody then.
Stop. What's wrong with you?
Are you okay? You look sick.
Hey, Sue, you got to tell us about Jason Richards.
Oh,
What's he like? Have you ever met him?
He's a bastard.
Oh, he is not. He's the greatest.
You've never met him?
Then you have met him. Oh, God, I'd do anything to meet him. He's gorgeous.
He destroyed my marriage. Did you know that? He broke up Frederick and me.
He's a
Never steady.
He's not a flaming Oh, that'd be just your luck, Doreen.
He's not. He's just mean and selfish.
Stop it!
Turned my husband against me. Now he's got to try and get custody of my babies.
He's not that bad.
Lay off, Doreen.
My God, the blurs and bleeps about
There's a parcel here for one of the women. Could you check it, please? Look, Mrs. Jackson's the officer of the day. She's already gone home. All right.
But hold it, Betty. Me too.
Why couldn't she check it?
Greg, I thought I'd missed you. Look, something's come up. I can't make it for dinner tonight. Sorry.
Anything serious?
Just business. I told Steve Wilson I'd help him get some information on uni courses. It's for Karen Travers, so it is important.
See?
Shall I see the its
I'll take
ugly
a
head
mention, if
again?
that's okay?
Yes, of course.
She shouldn't place so much importance on her job.
I thought that was the kind of attitude you liked.
What was in the parcel, Mary Poppins?
You wouldn't mind if I picked you up?
No, I am running a bit late.
And it's going to chuck it down.
Anne told me you rang. She was worried you couldn't make it. Or was that just some excuse you made up because you didn't want to see me? Enough said.
To be fair, you can't force her to see you. Unless it's just grooming a night now. That's what it could be doing.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll tell you what I do for a living.
Yes, I think it would.
Right. We'll discuss it later at Anne's. But first I'm going to take you home so you can get into something that's a little more in keeping with the way I like to remember you. Then we'll go somewhere quiet, just the two of us.
Isn't Anne expecting us?
I put it off until later. I think we need some time together.
So they planned it together.
Well, I don't care what you say, Lizzie.
I was saying, good, yeah, they're going to smoke all those.
Anne's never left me with
They always give custody to the mother. And anyway, you said your husband's always working. Your mum sounds beautiful.
Yeah, well, I think we should have a celebration.
Yeah. What for?
Well, because Linny got her job back and Karen's might be getting out. And...
Hey, good idea. This dump could do with a bit of livening up. Come on, Lizzie.
Yeah, let's
Clear the floor and get into the dancing.
Is she going to do a Slanty?
Hey, let's do that singer number we used to do.
Oh, yeah, these singers came in and we did our own version, Lizzie and me.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Oh,
Come on, not that old thing again.
some of them haven't heard it.
Yeah, well, lucky for them.
1, 2, 3, 4. Don't you come home, little darling. Don't you come home. 'Cause I'll get back at you. I'll do the cooking.
It's not going to hit number one, is it?
You in. You know you let me stew.
Mind you, music nowadays, don't know.
And remember that rainy morning, the cops came round, but never gave me chance of bail.
If Baby Shark can get in,
Well, ain't it a
so they
shame,
can.
but you know you're to blame. You're nothing but a blooming male. One more time, and won't you come home, Bill Bailey?
It's gonna flip.
Won't you come home? I cried the whole night long. Turn around. I'll do the cooking, honey. I'll pay the rent. I know I've done.
Okay, so Prisoner Cell Block 8's Variety Hour. Welcome, everybody.
I'll throw you out with nothing but a fine tooth
Epilepsy warning, please. Oh, I didn't flash enough, that's fine. Someone's not a fan.
Thank you.
She's going to end up being hurt again, possibly both mentally and physically.
Well, I suppose being the youngest, I was spoiled rotten. I'm used to getting my own way.
Must have been nice having brothers and sisters.
How long did you look after your mother?
12 years.
You couldn't have had much chance to enjoy yourself.
I had my job. It kept me busy.
Do you like it?
I'm good at it.
That doesn't answer the question.
Why do you want to take me out?
I just thought that was obvious.
I would have thought that you'd know many women who were more interesting and attractive.
Don't put yourself down, Vera.
Well, I'm not fooling myself. I'm old and hard before my time.
Who told you that?
Her mother.
My mother.
Well, I see a woman that's just a young girl. She wants to be a real woman, but she's never had anybody to show her how.
It's not very comforting.
You don't want to be hurt. See, do this, I can stand on my own 2 feet routine. Hit the well before it hits you, right? I used to think that way, too. We've got more in common than you think.
Well, it sounds like you two had quite a time.
It was lovely. Really lovely.
Well, to 2 charming ladies.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you know, I could stay like this forever.
And may we stay like this forever.
I want to say something too. Well, these have been some of the happiest days that I've spent. Thank you.
The best is yet to come.
Or the worst.
I told Vera that I'd tell her about the business.
I don't want to know about that anymore.
You should know, Vera.
Anne works for me. She's one of my contacts. In fact, she's the best.
It pays well, and we live well.
Contact?
Look, Vera, I told George that you might be interested in coming in with us.
What?
I worked for George when I was at the prison.
Yeah, we know this.
We need a replacement.
Doing what?
Carrying in a few supplies.
Part of my business is dealing in drugs, Vera.
That's it, out, Vera. Go on, jump
Vera,
off the
you got this all
balcony.
wrong.
Not anymore. There had to be some reason for you being so nice. There always is, isn't there?
That's not true.
What do, George? Come back here after you've seen me and laugh about it? Well, I'm not going to be used.
Just you listen to me for a second.
I've listened to you too much.
Why don't you grow up? You're not a child.
Well, that line's been used before. But don't worry. I won't tell anyone. I don't want anyone to know that I was so easily used.
Are they just going to leave it at
For God's
that?
sake, leave the stupid bitch alone.
Shut up.
I should have known. Old Vera was always one to bend the rules, never break them. Ah, don't worry. I'll find somebody else.
Well, Meg's not going to do it.
If
Jean?
you're not out of bed in 1 second, Smith, I'll pull you out.
Yeah, you'd enjoy that, wouldn't you, Vera?
Good morning, Miss Bennett.
Will you get a move on, Birdsworth?
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Did she ever get out of the wrong side of bed this morning?
Oh, you know, it's like when you sleep alone. They're all wrong sides.
I heard that, Warner. One more. Just one more word out of you and I'll report you to the
He
governor.
said that last bit.
I'm sure she'll be very interested to know how you're behaving.
Ah, come off it, Vera. Even your ears can't be that bad. Lynn didn't say a word, and she's got witnesses.
Come on, then. You can't afford to get into
Just for
trouble.
that, Smith, I'll...
Can I do something for you, Miss Bennett? I mean, make you a cup of tea or something.
Just get out of my sight. Perhaps I should have told her she looked pretty.
Nah, I think that'd be overdoing it. I'm joking.
What the hell do you think you've been
I thought she was going
doing?
to kill herself or something.
Have you gone out of your mind? Well, it seems like you'll never learn. Clean up this mess. Now!
Lynn, job for you.
Hurry up!
She won't be long.
I half expected her doing a dive into Vera
Right,
then.
thank you.
Oh, hi. You're
Or
in bright and
suplexing or
early.
something.
Yes, I've got a busy day. I thought I'd get the information to Karen first.
Very thoughtful.
By the way, you were a great help last night.
I got a nice dinner for my trouble. Any man?
I don't think so, but I'll have a look.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Here. Replace these, will you, and make a list of the cost. It'll be taken out of anything that you earn in here.
I intend to pay for
Yeah,
it.
not
What
much.
happened?
Oh, she doesn't deserve to be given any more.
I'd like to have a word with her, Miss Bennett. It's most important that I speak with her.
In the visitor's room, please, Jean.
Why did you do it, Susan? The family law courts are very fair. They'll decide what's best for your children. Now, that is what you want, isn't it?
But I've been in prison.
That doesn't mean they'll take the kids away from you. And your mother's proven that she can look after them, so you've got that on your side.
What if they find out she's not very well?
How do you mean?
She's got a bad heart.
A lot of fathers
Why
and
did
mothers
you
have
tear
bad
up those
hearts.
sheets?
Well, quite a few.
You don't know. Susan, I think you may need help.
Let's stop
Now,
being
it's nothing to be
It's not
ashamed.
me. It's him. It's Jason who needs help. No one can stop him, you know. He's got my husband right where he wants him. I tried. Now he's starting on me. It's him who's sick.
Susan, I don't...
How do you think you can stop him? He's destroying my husband. Now he's destroying me. You think you know everything, don't you? Well, let me tell you. You know nothing!
Can you come in here, please?
From me, they're my children. I'm going to...
Can,
Reddick's only doing this because Jason told him to, you know.
run behind the desk and rip
He's
that
just
picture
scared
up,
of
please.
losing his job. Claire's only 3 and she's such a sweet little girl. Why is he trying to hurt me? God help me.
Oh, what's she done this time?
Missed a valuable
I'll give her a mild
opportunity.
sedative and I'll want her to rest.
She's got to see the governor.
Later, Vera. Right now, I don't want her getting upset.
Upset? Have you seen what she's done? She can't get away with it.
Yes, I've talked to Mrs. Davidson and we're bringing in a psychiatrist.
Oh. Well, shouldn't she be in hospital?
She's quite all right now. Just get her to her room and let her rest, okay?
Couldn't he have took her to
Yes?
her room?
There's a man outside to see you. He says he's a friend.
Oh, will you see that she gets back to her cell, please?
Mrs. Jackson thought you might need a hand.
Oh,
What have they got you doing?
Two
Hard
hands.
labour.
Well,
no, I just want to build a
hands
border
and
for the
paws.
garden.
Ah.
don't know.
That's Vera.
Come on, Doreen.
Oh, no, I just want to
Yeah,
have a
look kind of
squeeze.
a life outside, love.
Okay,
You
I
should know
admit
that.
it. At first, I tried to get to know you because I thought I could use you. But that's all changed.
You're just saying that because you're afraid I know too much.
Look, I don't care if you believe me or not, but you're going to listen. I didn't mean to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. Look, I'm not kidding myself. I've been a user all my life. Most of them wanted to be used. I appealed to their greed. But you could be a warm, caring woman. I don't want to change that because of something I did.
Wait till you get to know her.
Damn it, Vera, I care.
Crikey.
Don't fall for it, Vera, you daft cow.
Oh, Lizzie, give it back.
I only want to have a look. Any pictures?
No, it wouldn't interest you.
Hey, B, why do you think anyone would look at stuff like this?
Where's all this going to get you?
Into social work, I hope.
Look like Jean Vernon.
Yeah, sort of.
I can just see you advising us. Jailbird talk to jailbird. Still, I reckon you know the ropes. Better than some of them holier-than-thou characters out there.
Oh, B!
Yeah?
B! You're never going to believe what I just saw.
I'd believe anything.
Vera's got a fella.
Go on, pull me up.
Oh, see?
Oh, no, cross my heart. Little me saw him, and she's kissing him and everything.
Has he got a dog?
What do you mean?
Blind.
Be blind.
Oh, no, fair dinkum. He's a real good-looking bloke.
Yeah, well, I'd have to see it to believe it.
All right, girls. Mail call in half an hour.
Oh, Miss Pennant, you look real nice this morning.
Yeah, have you changed your hairstyle or something?
What are you two up to?
Oh, Lizzie's turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, I want to go to university like Karen.
Well, she's not out yet.
No, but Miss Vernon's been to see the governor.
Lizzie, you haven't got a chance.
I must be dreaming.
See? Told you she had a fella.
See, she could be Meg Part 2.
Oh, he
No.
has got to have a screw loose.
Hey, how about you and me going along to see the dog?
What for?
We might get him on our side. You know he's a real softie.
Oh,
Not that
All right,
soft.
so we've established you're not ill.
I never felt better in my life.
And she hasn't touched a drop in weeks.
No, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Oh, and I'm never going to pinch anything again. Never, Doc.
She's been real good, Doctor. You wouldn't think she was the same
I like how
person.
it focused on
I
that.
feel as strong as an horse.
Look, could we get to the point?
Well, I was wondering if we could give you a hand cleaning up around here.
Of course, with Lizzie's heart, she couldn't do anything too strenuous.
But I can still clean, and Doreen will give me a hand.
What's all this about, eh? What's the catch?
Oh, there's no catch. Honest.
I just want to show you that I can behave myself if I'm let out on work release.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, I hate to disillusion you ladies, but I'm afraid you're barking up the wrong tree. You're going to have to see the governor and Miss Vernon about that, and with your track record, I wouldn't think there's a lot of hope. Mind you, the hospital floors could do with scrubbing.
Oh, see, Doc, I thought she wasn't up to it.
You could always do it on your own, Doreen.
Oh, yes, but I think, Lizzie, I should see that she gets some rest.
I'd just like a bit of free advice, if you can spare the time.
Oh, maybe.
Can you please do it in Megs?
There's a woman in here who's having custody hassles over her 2 children. Now, she's under a lot of strain at the moment, and this as well. I thought it might be easier for her if she knew exactly where she stands.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's her name?
Susan Rice.
I'm sorry, I can't help.
I'm not asking you to represent her.
Jean, there's no use us discussing it. I'm representing her husband.
Oh.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
But she needs help.
So does my client.
Like Helly does. I mean, she's being hounded by this man. What she needs is psychiatric attention, not legal persecution.
That is not my concern.
Her whole life is her family, and he's trying to take that away from her. Now, if she loses those kids, well, it will break her. It's probably his fault anyway that she's in here.
And how do you figure that one out?
It's obvious. She shoplifted because he's rejecting her.
Look, I am not discussing it with you, and secondly, I have a senior partner to answer to.
And it pays well.
As a matter of fact, it does.
You're
nothing but a mercenary automaton. Do you know that?
Well, yeah.
And you are too emotional.
That's what they are. They take jobs, win cases, or lose. Rinse and repeat. They don't go through a full interview of, you know, they do what the case is about, but not a full character interview first. You know, name, blood group. Well, unless they're being defended, obviously.
Sorry I'm late. Something's come up. I won't be able to see you for a few days. I'm going away.
I see.
Well, it'd be better for you if we weren't seen together.
Police on his tail.
You're in trouble.
Anne's been arrested.
Oh.
Dealing. There's nothing I can do for her, but I do owe her something. Look, I know what it's going to be like for her inside, being an ex-crew. So I'd appreciate it if you'd keep an eye on her.
How did you know she's going to Wentworth? And I was just about to say. Yeah, I was just about to say she probably won't go to Wentworth, but then I realised Erica's niece went there. They don't really care who goes where, as long as they're somewhere. So yes, when Anne came back into it, I originally thought she was going to get put back in, but when the storyline started up with him, I thought, oh, maybe she's just there to have this storyline along, you know, get it going, stuff like that. So that sort of took it away from me, thinking she was going to get put inside. No, I should have realised she appeared on screen, she's going in. So from now on, any woman who appears on screen, anyone we don't know, I'm just going to automatically assume they're going in from now on, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's the way it's been going. I haven't got a clue what's going to be going off with this crazy lady. I'm going to guess it's going to be over in a couple of episodes, the way they move storylines. Did the full tune again, bloody hell. Every time I stop early, sign out. So Vera found love. This is all in the space of like an episode. Vera found love. She lost love, finding out his true dealings. She found love again, and now she's lost love again. So I'm going to guess he's going to get caught as well, and this was just a storyline to bring Anne into prison, I'm guessing. Don't spoil anything for future episodes, please. Don't say this guy comes back, kidnaps Vera and holds her hostage or something like that. I don't know. If that happens, that's just a guess. But do not spoil anything as big as that, please. I did like the episode. I didn't see the point in the Prisoner Cell Block H Variety Hour, if I'm honest with you. I mean, they seem to enjoy it. They enjoyed it a lot. I mean, they could have done half the song, well, half the verse, maybe. Then she cracked up. Nope, decided to do a full one. Didn't take long for Erica to change her mind about Loopy Loo. I forgot her name. Susan? Susan Nice? No, Susan... Yeah, Susan Nice. Hold on, and he's called Jason Nice. That is her husband then. It has to be. Or is it Frederick Nice? Oh, Jason Richards. My head. 44, please forgive me. So I did enjoy it. I do want to keep these coming. This is going to be a lot of blurring in this episode. Some bleeps for the Q word. I can't keep that word in, I'm afraid. If it just says gay, then yes, I could have kept it in. Q word. I don't want to get episodes taken down for hate speech. And I don't want to get episodes taken down for ism with that picture. She could have ripped it up when she went Loopy Loo in the office. Nope. We lost the opportunity. Maybe she'll set fire to Jean's office and it'll go that way. We can only live in hope. So yes, if you enjoyed it, could I please ask for a like, comment and subscribe? I would really appreciate it. And a follow on Dailymotion, I'd appreciate that too. And if you have already, thank you ever so much. I love you lots for doing so, and it really helps me out, honestly it does. I appreciate you so much. And to my Patreon members who get exclusive shows and early access to these shows, by the way, to all these shows, YouTube and Dailymotion, thank you ever so much. I love you lots for helping me out, honestly I do, because it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you lots no matter what tier you are. So with that, I'll sign out now and go over to the next one and hope to see you there. Goodbye.